Welcome to College Night. Tonight it's our Halloween episode. We got some costume tips, a spooky ghost hunt, and a special guest, Joshua Whitson, aka the Bagpipe Guy. I'm Kyle Tolliver, and welcome to The Thing. In honor of Halloween this weekend, we here at College Night bring you super spooky ghost stories that totally happened. Once, a freshman swiped into Kennedy Commons and never left. People to this day still talk about the amazing deal he got for only 2 blocks. Once at a party, a business student told 50 people how important her major is to everyone else. People can't testify to whether or not she was actually there because no one cared enough to listen to her. One dark and stormy night, a student got a 100% on an OChem exam, ruining the curve for everybody else. As the clock struck 2 a.m., 2 girls put in an order at a local pizzeria. They never picked up that pizza. Authorities assume it's still there to this day. In 1999, a pervy senior tried to impress drunken freshmen by jumping off of a roof, and he died. But at parties, you can still feel him standing uncomfortably close, trying to stare down girls' t-shirts. A student once had both parents die on one parent's weekend. Their soul still haunts him to this day. His mom, forever disapproving of his choices, not giving him any privacy. His dad, forever not mad, but disappointed. After a steamy one-night stand, 2 students exchanged numbers. A few weeks later, one receives a phone call. A raspy voice on the other line says, "You should probably get tested." Turns out the call was coming from inside student health. To end on a personal story, I think my house is haunted because I can hear moans late at night from the room down the hall. Weirdly enough, my roommate refuses to acknowledge this. And also, we don't make eye contact anymore, so I think he's a ghost. And those have been super spooky stories that are totally true.
Hey man, you're one of those guys who's filming down here all the time, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm the host of the show. Listen, if you're trying to buy football tickets or get me to join one of those weird youth church groups, I'm not about it, alright?
No, you don't understand. There's a ghost that walked the halls of this building.
Ghost, the scariest thing I've seen in this building is a janitor that plays harmonica after hours, and we all know about him.
But this ghost will drive you crazy if you stay here too.
Crazy? I'm the master of my own destiny. The only person who can make me crazy is me. Alright, excuse me, I'm trying by take 5.
But this is a soda machine.
You think you're funnier than me, huh? You think you're smarter than me? Crazy, you're crazy. Get out of here, man.
Even more.
Rumor has it that Ohio State's campus is haunted. We here at College Night decided to figure it out for ourselves. We sent our in-house ghost hunter to check it out, and here's the footage she brought back.
They tell us that OSU is an old campus full of stories, but one story has been buried far deeper than the others, and today we're going to dig it up. This is the story of the Denny Hall ghost.
Ghosts! You want to know about ghosts? I'll tell you about ghosts. Denny Hall is probably the most haunted building on campus. It was built on the site of former Denny's restaurant chain in the mid-70s. Some say that late at night, you can still hear the sounds of those beautiful grand slams being slammed. Now this Katie girl, I think she's gonna figure something out. There's a lot of mystery surrounding this building, a lot of weird experiences. And normally I would love to go on this ghost hunt, but after an accident in 1995, I had to get metal rods in my leg, and I just can't risk I can't risk encountering a ghost these days. I got a family to think about and a stable job as a ghost expert. So, I think I feel good about this. I just hope she doesn't die.
I decided I'd have to see this evil ghost myself, so I got ready to spend the night in Denny Hall. I was going to bury this legend for good. Before we do a full-blown investigation, I like to do a little preliminary test to see if there's any ghosts out there trying to communicate with us. Oh, spirits, speak to me now! A message! This means it's haunted! And I got a triple letter score. I better go assemble my gear. For this hunt, we've got your standard ghost hunting supplies.
Katie, what is that?
It's my ghost gun.
That's a ghost gun?
Yeah,
Actually, that's a hairdryer.
it's my Ghost-O-Matic 3000 with extra ectoplasmic malfractor. This baby cost me $600.
$600? Might someone just rip you off?
Listen, sweetie. Who's the ghost hunter here?
You.
Me. Beep, beep, beep. I got something. Latin, a dead language. There must be ghosts nearby. Pig Latin, a dead pig language. It's still warm. Freeze, ghost!
I'm not a ghost, I'm Gordon Gee.
Gordon Gee, but you look so much different, so young.
What's your name?
Katie?
Katie? Do you know how the Fountain of Youth works?
No?
It's knowledge-based. I'm youthful because I seek knowledge actively, and I have been for all my life.
I thought you worked at West Virginia now.
That's a decoy, Katie. That's a decoy. I'm here. Forever.
But how does he know what to do?
Well, I communicate with him with text messages.
That's nice. I'll leave you to it.
Do you want to watch Ghostbusters with me?
I'm kind of like on a ghost hunt right now, and I
no, I get it. I'll watch it alone again.
Let's watch Ghostbusters, Gordon Gee.
Oh, great.
So maybe there wasn't a ghost in Denny Hall. I guess you can't believe everything you hear. Because let's get real. If there was a ghost, I would have caught him. I'm Katie, and today I learned that the real ghosts are the friends you leave behind.
I don't know. You think with the success of fantasy football, my fantasy bocce ball league would take off more than it has. I just don't get it. Hold on a second. What, man? I don't want to take your psychology survey or whatever you're peddling. Alright? Leave me alone.
No, okay. I already told you once, you need to leave this place or you're gonna go crazy. You can go watch TV, go walk in the park. I don't give a shit, but you gotta leave.
Listen, you need to leave me. I'm talking to my Nana. We talk every Sunday after P90X Extreme, okay? You need to let us be. You've been warned. Sorry, Nana. Some guy was just talking about the usual shit about I'm gonna go crazy because of a ghost. Am I crazy? Yeah, Nana, I'm crazy. I'm crazy, Nana! I'm insane! You're a hoot and a half. I love those improv classes you've been taking. Some of you may be like me and still don't know what you're going as for Halloween this weekend. We here at College Night asked OSU students what the best costume would be. Check it out.
I actually am probably going to go lame this year and just go as a Buckeye fan and wear my jersey.
Frat boys. I be frat boy with her the first night, and then the second night, me and my friends are being homeless people, and we're sitting on High Street all day. So be sure to check that out.
I got a nice costume online. It's 3 fingers in the shocker formation. Go Bucks.
We're planning on going as Taco Bell sauces. I plan to be a gold digger.
For Halloween this year, I'll probably be spending most of the time at my rec center where they actually have kids' costume kind of thing, and I'll be doing badminton tournament, but similar.
Oh, okay. All right, what about you? I'm going to be Batman.
I'm going to be a mermaid from a costume that I'm making myself.
Well, his name is Drew, and my name is Carrie. Obviously, you just said that. So we're going to be Drew Carey.
A vampire.
Well, I'm going to be Tupac.
I'm definitely going to be Biggie.
I think I'm going to go as Grumpy Cat this year.
I don't know, whatever is cheap. I don't have money to afford for costumes.
I think I'm going to be one of the Star Trek characters. So probably Spock or Aurora. I think she was one of the first black female characters on Star Trek. But Spock would be great. I just have to do something with my eyebrows.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
A ghost.
I'm going to be a private school girl.
I'm going to be Pikachu.
I'm going to be an elephant this year.
I'm thinking about being Thing 1 and Thing 2 with one of my friends.
I actually got an animal onesie, like a full adult animal onesie, and I'm going to be a raccoon.
I'm going to be a chain.
I'm going to be a chain, and together we'll be two chains.
Our graphics department took all the suggestions and made the quintessential college costume for this weekend. Here it is. Turns out all those ideas are too crazy for me, OSUers. So I just decided to dress up as a sexy cat. Meow.
Hey, man.
Jeez, I'm trying to piss here. I'm taking my yoga instructor out on a date to Fazoli's. I want to get drip drops over my pants.
Okay, listen, I don't care, but you need to leave. This is your last warning, or you're going to go insane.
I'm not gonna go insane. You're making me insane, alright? I'm not crazy, you're gonna drive me crazy. You've been walking around here like some sort of stalker. I have to go home, you have to go home.
This is your last warning.
Whatever. Our special guest today, you may hear or see on South Campus Monday through Friday afternoons. There's a lot of talk about him on social media, and we decided to have a conversation with him today. Please welcome to the show Joshua Whitson, a.k.a. the Bagpipe Guy. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Great. So a lot of OSU students, you're on Twitter, you're on apps like Yik Yak, Reddit. Pictures of you kind of almost like a mysterious, mythical figure almost. Everyone's like, why is this guy on campus? Why is he playing the bagpipes? So I guess my first question is, why Ohio State? What makes you come to the Oval and the South Oval every day and just play your music across campus?
Sure. Well, I was born and raised in Cleveland, and I spent my entire life up through college in Cleveland, the Cleveland area.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I went away for a couple of years to grad school. So I spent a couple of years in Boston, and then after that, I spent a couple of years in Pennsylvania just working, and really missed Ohio. I think people from Ohio really love to complain about Ohio.
Yeah.
But when you're gone, you miss a lot about it. You miss the way people act and the food and
the Midwest as a whole.
Yeah, just the whole kind of friendly atmosphere. You can have big cities like Cleveland and Columbus, but you don't have to wait 15 minutes in a parking lot on a Tuesday afternoon at a grocery store to park, which was my experience in Boston. Yeah. So I started really wanting to come back to the state because I just like Ohio.
Cool.
Family here, friends, and everything.
You say you're at OSU. You have a job here then?
Yeah.
I assume. Are you a teacher here or?
I don't teach. No, I work in the Office of International Affairs.
Oh, great.
And what I do is international student advising. And the simplest way I can explain the job that makes sense to people is you think about anything a student does, like just a domestic, regular American student. You might change your major. You would move year to year probably to either different dorms or you're moving off campus,
right.
You're getting an apartment. You're doing all these different things. The U.S. government wants to know about these things for international students. Sometimes they need to be authorized in advance, and if not authorized, they at least need to be reported.
Mm-hmm.
And so what I do is help those international students do that extra step for all these things that an American student doesn't have to do. So,
that's great, yeah. I feel like a lot of people wouldn't have guessed that just from your musical interest alone. So then when do you play the bagpipes then, and kind of what makes you want to spend your time doing that while
Sure.
you're here?
That's my main thing. My main hobby that I do. When I'm not working.
Right.
So for me right now, I'm driving to work, and then I'm at work, and afterwards I'm going home. I have an 18-month-old son.
Okay.
So, me and my wife are getting him ready for bed. We're having dinner. He's got, he has his bath time, and then he goes to bed. So there's really no chance for me to play at home. Because there's, I'm doing everything with him, and then once he's asleep, you obviously can't play bagpipes in the house.
Right. Yeah. And just in general, this area, it's not conducive with the neighbors.
Right. Anytime you're sharing walls with people or you're living in close quarters, it doesn't work really well because it's probably, I don't know, it must be pretty close to the world's loudest instrument without an amplifier. Yeah. So my lunch break works really well for me as a time to practice. Just because, I don't have other responsibilities. It's a break from work. I'm not at home. There's nothing there I could be doing. So I tend to try to eat quickly while I work and then use my whole hour to practice. So I'm at the Oval because it's just the closest place to my office that I can walk to, where there's a little space between me and the next building.
Cool. Yeah, you check out the OSU thread on like Reddit or something. Yeah. You see like almost like Bigfoot style pictures, just like the back of you, almost as if the person's afraid to actually like just take a real photo.
Yeah,
it's very mystical.
There are two types of people. They're the type of people that take pictures of me or film me, and then when they see that I notice, they get really embarrassed. Mm-hmm. And then there are the people that just don't care. So,
yeah. Do you tend to care? Or?
I don't care. I think if you're going to be out there doing something like playing the bagpipes at a school this size during lunch, you have to expect that it's going to happen.
Yeah. I just can't. The closest thing I got into was I used to speed through my homework during class, so I can go home and play video games. Sure. So that's like the closest thing. How'd you get started in music?
Yeah.
How'd that become a passion of yours?
When I was younger, my dad played guitar.
Okay. So
that was kind of always an aspiration of mine. And I didn't really get started with that until I was 13 years old.
Okay.
He showed me a little bit, and then the rest was just kind of self-taught, hanging out with my friends. And it just didn't really do it for me. Mm-hmm. So I started really kind of collecting instruments and learning a lot of different instruments. So, I played bass guitar for a while. I took piano lessons. And as I was kind of exploring different instruments, I found I tended to gravitate more towards, like, folk instruments, kind of weirder, unusual stuff, like dulcimers, didgeridoos, if you know what those are.
Yeah, I don't know what dulcimer is.
A dulcimer, it's just like a Appalachian folk kind of instrument. It has 4 strings. It lays on your lap.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And, like banjos, I had a banjolin, which is a cross between a banjo and a mandolin. So I just kind of really just started finding all these different instruments, and nothing really stuck. I was kind of always looking for the next thing to learn. Mm-hmm. I thought about bagpipes for a while. Thought they sounded really cool. Just growing up, you hear them in movies like Tommy Boy, during like the funeral and Braveheart, obviously, and that kind of stuff. So I thought about it, but they seemed pretty expensive. I didn't know anyone who played, so I didn't think about it too much. And then one day, kind of out of the blue, my friend just said he started taking lessons, and you don't actually need a set of bagpipes to start out. You play on something, you play on something called a practice chanter, which looks like a recorder. It's very quiet. It's easy to play. You don't need a lot of lung power or anything like that, which makes sense. Handing someone a set of bagpipes isn't going to go very well. It would discourage just about anyone from trying to play more than 2 seconds. If you could even make a noise, it would sound horrible.
Yeah, I honestly don't even know how to hold them.
So relatively inexpensive to get this, and then you can take lessons and see if it's for you or not. So his instructor was a guy in Cleveland named Sandy Hain, who still teaches. He's a great guy, and he was actually a pipe major in the British Army.
Wow.
Before he immigrated here.
That's awesome.
So that was really cool. Had a couple lessons. I went to a practice to check it out because he was also a pipe major of a band up in Cleveland. And the first day I was at this practice, and there were about 30 bagpipes and a bunch of snare drummers and bass drum. And when all the pipes came in together, I was instantly hooked and knew it was something I wanted to do.
Were you the bagpipe guy? So you weren't like known as a bagpipe guy in Harvard, right? You said you cut down a lot.
Not at Harvard, no, because I wasn't playing as much. Mm-hmm. I played more early on when I was an undergrad.
Okay.
I was Bagpipe Boy then, so I've gone up in the world.
Yeah, we all grow up.
Yeah.
You said that was one of your nicknames that was granted to you. What else do people call you?
Bagpipe Boy was basically it when I was an undergrad.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I played all summer.
Okay. Yeah.
Alternating between the Oval and the South Oval.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't until the first day of school that there were really a ton of people walking around.
Right.
And that I was playing the South Oval that day. So that's, for a while, South Oval Bagpiper really stuck. South Oval Bagpipe Guy. And then when people realized I played on the Oval as well, it was kind of just Oval Bagpipe Guy. Mm-hmm. And now it's kind of just Bagpipe Guy. Or Bagpipe Man. That dude with the bagpipes.
Anyone you prefer? Now this will be released, kind of set the record straight.
No preference. yeah. The guy with the bagpipes is fine. Yeah, Bagpipe Guy's fine.
Cool. So any memorable experiences off the top of your head?
Sure. I've played my pipes all over the country, so a lot of stuff comes to mind. For example, I played during my commencement at Harvard. Those are one of the things I did. So I was wearing, the robe and, had the hat on and everything, but was playing the bagpipes. So,
That's
stuff
really
like that comes to mind. But honestly, the most memorable so far for me has been playing here at OSU. I played all summer, and there's basically no one on the Oval, no one around. It was kind of a very normal, quiet, park-like setting to me. And then the first day of school, suddenly there are literally, during lunch, a couple thousand people that walk past me. And this happens on a daily basis, Monday through Friday, while I'm out there playing. And every time that happens, when you have that many people seeing something, that kind of lights up on social media.
Right.
So it's on Twitter. People are on Yik Yak talking about it. It's on Instagram. So all this is going on, and it's something I've never experienced before. So right now, the most memorable thing for me is I'm in this setting with all these people, and it's just kind of insane. But it's fun.
Yeah. I know a lot of people enjoy having you. You've become sort of like a celebrity. You've made it when you're on the same pages as Afro Duck.
Right, exactly,
been
right?
For years.
I've learned about Afro Duck and the Nerf dart and all these cool things. Yeah.
Is there like a secret? I guess you don't have to tell me. Is there like a secret group for all the campus celebrities?
Yeah, but the dart and Afro Duck don't talk much, unfortunately. So
that's a shame. Awesome. That was my interview with Joshua Whitson, aka the Bagpipe Guy. You can check him out at ohiobagpipes.com for hiring, pricing, or just to see some videos. Or you can see him live Monday through Friday at the main oval or the south oval here on campus. That's it for college night. Have a great night. I can't believe that just happened.
Hey Kyle, how's filming going?
It's fine. It's just this weird guy just been following me around with some ghost story, telling me I'm gonna go crazy. It's really just eating me up, man.
Kyle, we've been with you filming all day. There hasn't been anyone else.
Hasn't been anyone else? Wait a second. There hasn't, has there?
You think you're smarter than me? I'm not crazy. You're crazy. Yeah, I'm crazy, Nana. I'm insane. I'm a crazy person! I'm not crazy, you're crazy! Did you hear me? You're crazy!
Well, if there's been no one else, that means I am crazy. And if I'm crazy, that must mean... Oh man, he was a ghost the whole time. I gotta get out of here, Ryan.
Actors are such divas.